Hey, this is Overpass Insights. My name is Eric and I make apps. Now today we wanted to answer the question, does doing tutorials make you a weaker software developer? Alright, so today I want to answer a question that came in like 6 weeks ago. I've been so bad at getting these videos done that I've let this question sit for like 6 weeks before actually answering it. So apologies about that. This comes from Mark Edivane, who says, "Hi Eric, I've subscribed to your channel for a couple of months and I really appreciate what you do. Thanks. Your videos help to not lose the path I've chosen in programming, especially when a lot of doubts come in like, maybe I should quit all this and so on. Thanks a million for what you do." Dude, we've all had those doubts, like, I'm just not getting this. Like, you know, should I even continue doing it? Or you release an app but it's not making money. And so we've all been there. Like, you know, should I just quit doing this? Is this ever gonna work? Keep going. I'd like to ask you your advice. How should a newcomer make first projects, like to do an app when you don't even know where to start? From scratch or following a tutorial? Which way is better? Does following a tutorials make you weaker instead of putting yourself into struggle as there's no solution and you have to do it yourself? So does doing a tutorial make you weaker? No, absolutely not. I think doing a tutorial makes a lot more sense. It used to be in the old days, like when I started out, and I started out in the late 90s getting into code, and you'd open up like Visual Studio and you would get like, you know, a blank form, and this is Visual Studio. People who did like C++, they got other things, but you get a blank form and that's pretty much it. There's a bit of drag and drop stuff you could do, but you had to write the code behind everything like that. But everything was just out of the box. Now, if you start a new project like using Flutter or Ionic or a lot of the other frameworks, they'll give you boilerplate code. Even like Xamarin Forms is the same thing. They'll give you boilerplate code, so they'll give you like a sample that you can work with, so at least you see how everything works, right? Rather than just saying, okay, yeah, figure it out yourself, right? So yeah, doing a tutorial, you know, totally makes sense. You know, I think of it this way: if I want to make dinner tonight and I want to make pizza, my first thing isn't to go out and take a course on cooking, or to, you know, go to culinary school, right? My first thing might be, I might Google it. How do you make pizza? Or how do you know, or find it in a recipe book, you know, showing me how to do it, which is basically what a tutorial is. It's showing you how to do one specific thing. And it helps you get done what you need to get done. But it also helps introduce you into the rest of it. So a lot of us get into software development by following those tutorials. And we might be following them and not knowing exactly what they do at the time or why certain decisions are made. It depends on the quality of the tutorial, obviously, if they're explaining it as they go. Here's why I do this. But sometimes you're just doing it, and it's later on, as you keep doing things, you start to get better and better and better. Right? One of the pitfalls of learning software development, like I've told you about, you know, I would just buy a book and read through it, you know, from start to finish, which works, you know, a lot of the time, but it's easy to lose the forest for the trees. Like, if you ever read there's always, like, in a lot of software books, there's always a chapter on operators and variables, right? If you don't understand what that means, like if you don't know what a variable is or an operator is, and you're just like going through looking at all that kind of stuff without like a tutorial to say, here's why you would use it, you might lose interest at that bit. So doing a tutorial is like, you need to produce something quick, just to give yourself that extra bit of confidence. Because once you do, I can remember the first I got this book, I got this job in an investment bank. I had no experience in code, and I was a bit intimidated by it. Talk about imposter syndrome. I was thinking, I could never learn this stuff. I remember thinking, it's so funny now because I look at it and say, man, that stuff was so simple. But like, yeah, I remember thinking, I can never learn this stuff. And I got this book, Visual Basic 5 in 21 days, and it was like, you know, I had 21 chapters, and it was a project each one. And I can remember doing this one, I think it was chapter 5 or 6 or something like that, where it was actually being able to draw on the form. So like, you click on the mouse, it would draw, and basically just use the mouse move event and then draw the squares on there and everything like that. And I thought it was amazing. Of course, everything else I was thinking about, what can I do with this? And I try to think, I'm gonna make something that's a drawing app. Of course, because that was the one thing I knew how to do. Like if you showed me how to make pizza rather than learn how to cook in general, I would be I'm gonna make pizza for the rest of my life. But no, it's like a starting point. So that tutorial is a starting point, you know, but it gets you that confidence. Like when I was able to draw on that form, it gave me so much confidence. I think the hello world example is always just so stupid. Like most traditionally we start with hello world. You could read a book and say, okay, first type in hello world. Congratulations, you made your first software project. And you're like, yeah, but it's not really a software project, is it? So yes, Mark, absolutely do the tutorials, right? That's a perfect way to get started. It stops you from losing focus. It keeps you motivated. And you know, and as you go through it, it gives you that, you need that first win, is what I'm saying. So a lot of you guys out there might disagree with me, but yeah, I started out doing tutorials. I think everybody does, right? It's easier to do it that way than to learn all the basics and then build what you want to build, because those basics, they come later. Another way to think about it is like if you buy an appliance, like I bought a bread maker, right? I didn't go through and read through the manual before I used the bread maker. No, I plugged that thing in and maybe I flipped to the bit that said what I needed to do if there was anything I was not sure about. And then later on I might go through and read the rest of that manual. But I probably won't because I'm not that interested. But when you get into software, you will be more interested into it. Anyway, let me know if you guys agree with me or disagree with me on that. Mark, thanks so much for the question. I hope you guys are having a great day. Hope you're having a great week. That is it for today. I'll talk to you guys again next time.